I'd be an asshole if I was tall, bro. What? They're like a Kendrick. Kendrick look like he's reasonable. Glock tuck, big T-shirt, Taylor Swift. What the fuck you talking about? Oh, shup. This is What Would Armani White Do with Stoke.
You were elected as mayor of Philadelphia. What would Armani White do?
If Armani White was elected as mayor of Philadelphia, it would be free cheesesteaks, free pretzels, free wings from the spot called Fibbers, and Danny Wack. It'd be free chicken wings everywhere. Oh man, bro, I do so much. And free water ice everywhere. If I was mayor of Philly.
A ghost haunts you for the rest of your life, but you get to decide which dead person it is. What would Armani White do?
Freddie Mercury. Like, if I could just kick it with Freddie Mercury, like, I don't know the rest of my life, but like a couple days we could just Bohemian Rhapsody it out, like, mama, just killed a man. Like, yo, nah, Freddie Mercury he'd be on my top picks.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, I do. If you stay in the house long enough, like when you by yourself, and like some dishes knock over, some shit like that, doors just randomly close out, yeah, I definitely believe in ghosts. I don't know who it is, I don't know who be at my crib, but it's a couple ghosts in there.
You can swap bodies with anybody for one day. What would Armani White do?
I'd be LeBron. I always wanted to be 6'6". I'm 6 foot, like with the right shoes on. Like I've always wanted to know what it felt like to just, you know what I mean? Like just a little time. I'd be any basketball player. I'd be Manute Bol. I'd be Yao Ming. I'd be, you know what I mean? Like just name some tall people. I'd be them.
What would be the first thing that you do?
I bump into people intentionally, like act like I didn't see you there. Like I'd be an asshole if I was tall, bro. What? Yo, just all sorts of dumb shit. Yeah, nah, I dip just for unnecessary things, like way taller than me, like, oh, excuse me, I gotta get lower. Like, yeah, nah, I'd just be annoyed. I'd be unnecessarily annoying if I was tall.
You can only listen to one song for the rest of your life. What would Armani White do?
If I could only listen to one song for the rest of my life. Mama, just killed a man. Bohemian Rhapsody is up there. Like I could spin that shit over and over again for sure. And then I'm trying to think like Self Control by Frank Ocean. If I could play Self Control by Frank Ocean. It's a Frank Ocean song or it's a Queen song.
You have to move in a flat with 3 other artists. What would Armani White do?
Tyler, the Creator. I think it's somebody that I think will have fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like Travis Scott, we're moving to a spot, Travis Scott. You need somebody that like look like they know how to cook, like just look like they like, you know, they into like domestic things, like they sage the house. Something like a Jhené Aiko, like she look like she sage houses. You know what I'm saying? She got like good scented candles and shit like that. Like you gotta have a Jhené Aiko there. And then one just like reasonable ass roommate, like, you know what I mean? Like when everything just be going left, like he just the one that you talk to. You just complain about the other ones or that one. Like trying to think of who just look like they listen to people's problems. They're like a singer, they're like a Kendrick. Kendrick look like he's reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Like, like somebody you could talk to about like, not other people, but like, you know, like yeah, maybe like, so it'd be Kendrick, it'd be Travis, and it'd be Jhené Aiko. Yeah.
Your best friend surprises you with a tattoo of your face on his arm. What would Armani White do?
My best friend surprised me with a tattoo on my face. It's not my best friend no more. We gotta have a sit down. We need to talk about what's going on, why he felt like that was okay to do, or she. Yeah, I don't, like what you tell my number, I'm pretty. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty. You know what I'm saying? Maybe honestly, maybe like if they got what if they got a face tat on my face? You know what I'm saying? Like that would be tough. That'd be low-key kind of tough. Like I don't know. I don't know where you got to put me in that situation. I'm gonna call my best friend and tell him to get a tattoo right now. Only reason I don't got no tattoos is because like I had terrible ideas of tattoos. I used to want to get like my block on my hands like that, like say 5200 on this. I wanted to get I wanted to get a pound sign on my eye. But I had so many bad ideas for tattoos that like, and they used to do them at tattoo parties. Like we used to have tattoo parties in Philly. Everybody go there, they pay like $50 and then they'll tat like family comes first on your chest with like flames on the top and everything's all using the same needle. It was fucking disgusting. Yeah, that's the only reason I don't got no tattoos because I never could make it to the tattoo parties and I didn't have $50 to get a tattoo artist to use the same needle and put FCF on me. I would have had little bubble letters on my chest by now.
The Vatican approaches you to come up with a religious ritual to strengthen the relationship of Gen Z to God. What would Armani White do?
Yo, what if you like did push-ups and you ate communion crackers? Like every time you went down, you just like ate a communion cracker. Like you gotta work for, you know what I mean? You gotta work for your religion. Like the religion thing don't come, you don't just pray and then God believe you. Like nah, nigga, you gotta work, you know what I'm saying? Like you go down and grab a communion cracker, go down, like grab the cup with the communion juice, the blood of Jesus, and then tip it back. Like, yeah, nah, that, like that way we know, like, do you really fuck with God or you just like, I can't say fuck with God, but like, do you really, you know what I'm saying?
You have to put something on Wikipedia that you are 100% sure of but don't have any proof of. What would Armani White do?
I don't know. I want to, but you know what? I don't know what I know like for a fact, but I do know that chicken nuggets from McDonald's are not actual chicken, and I want to do a documentary on what that is. Like just do the deep dive research, like go, go to different countries and like pull samples of different chicken nuggets and shit. 'Cause like I have no idea what that fucking sponge is, but it's not a chicken. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I just know that that's not chicken. I know that that's not chicken, and I want to do the research on what that actually is.
Feature with Nas or James Blake. What would Armani White do?
I would do James Blake. James Blake, me and him would just make some weird, like eerie music. I would like James. I'm a big fan of James Blake. James Blake should actually live in my apartment now that I'm thinking about it. James Blake is a good joint. He's a good dude. He's a good dude.
Big white t-shirt or big baggy pants. What would Armani White do?
Big baggy pants. You gotta do a big t-shirt. It just depends on the vibe though. It depends. I would do both. I don't know, big white t-shirt, big white t-shirt.
What's the nastiest fashion trend you remember?
Yo, when I had a pair, I got some nasty shit. Like I used to wear the pants that had sneakers on them and the laces would fall off the shit. I had a basketball jersey with sleeves on it. I had some bullshit. What? Oh man, we was just talking about nasty ass trends. Like, I had some sneakers with spinners on it. I had the belt. Remember the belt that had the words that used to go across the shit? I used to put my phone number in there when I went to parties. I had some bad. And one time I put a Band-Aid on my face. This is when Nelly was like, he did hot hair. I went to the club with a, or not club, it's only 6th grade, but I went to, with a Band-Aid on my face. The shit was crazy.
You wake up and realize all of this was a dream, but you still remember the path to success. What would Armani White do?
Yo, if all this was a dream and I woke up, I'd be mad as hell. I ain't gonna lie, I'd be mad as shit, but I don't even know if I would do it. I'd be that bitter about it, just like, yo, ain't no way like I'm about to have to do all this over again, you stupid. But if I knew that I could do all this over, like even the mistakes, I do everything the same way. I even make my same mistakes, just do it a little bit faster. But yeah.
Did you have any moments of self-doubt along the way?
Yeah, I had a lot of moments of self-doubt. Everybody got moments of self-doubt that they like, but like, it was just something always in my head that was like, yo, if you keep going, you might be in Germany. If you keep going, you might be at this award show. You keep going, you might be here. You might have millions. You might have 340 million streams on one song. And so, I don't know, I just felt like the people next to me who was doing it wasn't that different from me. So if they could do it, why couldn't I?
What was your craziest dream?
All my dreams, they take place, they kind of exist in this one little world that like everything happens concurrent. All of my dreams, they exist in this one little world that kind of like, they happen it's almost like a city. You know what I'm saying? I remember there's this one dream I had with this guy. He was like an ex-convict named Latif. Don't ask me why I remember this ex-convict. His name was Latif. And he was like, everybody knew him as like a criminal. So he was like trying to help the community, but nobody really believed him, and he was like forcing me to help him hand out t-shirts. I don't know why, but all of my dreams exist like in one neighborhood. It's just like one thing happens, one block over, one thing happens. Like if I go to sleep again right now, it's gonna be like a pickup, a carryover from like whatever happened last night. I don't know how I got it like this.
You fall asleep at the barber. When you wake up, you realize he completely fucked up your hairline. What would Armani White do?
Oh, you gotta fight him. You gotta fight your barber if you fuck your hair. Cause that's the thing, like we at that age now, your hair don't grow back. You know what I'm saying? Like you get a certain fuck up, John, like that shit is over. You know what I mean? You gotta live with that for the rest of your life. Like the reason why I even wear scars, I let my little brother cut my hair one time, and then he took my shit back on one side, and I was like, bro, he's like, no, you, oh damn, you right. And I couldn't do nothing, cause like it's my little brother, so like I had to like live with that shit. Yeah, nah, you gotta fuck him up.
Taylor Swift approaches you. She wants a version of Billie Eilish, but with her name instead. What would Armani White do?
Yeah, Glock tuck big t-shirt Taylor Swift. Nigga, what the fuck you talking about? I would make a Taylor Swift version of Billie Eilish. I just like me and her were sitting next to each other at the EMAs, not like next to each other. Like you're gonna look at the footage and be like, no, you wasn't, you lying. Like it was like definitely like 6 people apart. But like, yeah, I would definitely make a Taylor Swift version of Billie Eilish. I don't know what the hell I would talk about, but yeah, I would do that shit. I'd do that shit for sure.
Jimmy Kimmel wants you to write a diss track against Jimmy Fallon. What would Armani White do?
I'm writing the shit out that joint, bro. Nah, Jimmy Kimmel's my guy too. I fuck with Jimmy Kimmel. And we just went up there and did the show. Man, I don't want to get in nobody else's beef, but like if they called on me, you know what I'm saying? Like they called on me for a reason, man. Like,
Did you ever write a diss track?
Yeah, like neighborhood diss tracks. Like I wrote like, you know, I had to diss somebody from, like we used to battle rap when we was in like middle school and stuff like that. Like I was killing people at my middle school, but never like ain't nobody out right now and I'm like, yeah, I got one waiting for him in the tuck.
An animal learns to speak fluent English. You get to choose which one. What would Armani White do?
Fuck, if an animal learned to speak fluent English, I would imagine it's probably like a zebra or some shit like that you don't even realize that could, you know, like we just overlook the shit. But I always be wondering, like, when cats just go up against the wall and like if you lock the door and they just go against the door and they just start like going, like, I'm wondering like, what are they saying in their world? You know what I mean? Are they just going up to the door like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you thinking is happening when you just making noise next to the door? Like, how you know what I mean? I don't know. I get in my head sometimes, but yeah, I would want that shit to be like some random exotic as like a zebra or like a you know what I'm saying? Like, or what if you know, you went fishing one time, you picked up a monkfish and he was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit'd be kind of fire, right?
You can design any item for Apple and they will sell it. What would Armani White do?
Yo, if I could make like a sneaker, like an odd foot, like and it's not even a sneaker, it's just literally like a foot, but like you put that foot on your foot, or like an eye hand, you know what I'm saying? Like you put that hand on your hand and that shit, and then you could do like different shit with it. You see what I'm saying? Like you could just put that shit over top some food and then heat the food up. Yo, y'all not listening to me. Listen, like, and then you could grab some shit and and you could lift weights, like some shit that you can't actually lift up, like the eye hand. All right, bro, I'm giving away too many ideas, man. That's what I'm saying.
21 Savage calls you. He asks what he can do for you. What would Armani White do?
I'm only laughing because I was just thinking about this shit about hotel. Like, what the fuck? When they like, can you do something? Like,
21, can you do something for me? 21.
What was he doing, bro? Like, I don't know what 21 Savage. I don't know what 21 Savage could do. We used to, me, 21, and like a bunch of other random people. We used to all play like little name games and shit on Clubhouse during the pandemic. I don't know what else 21 could do. But he could do a verse. Like, we could definitely do a verse. That'd be good. Other than that, that's a funny ass question.
You get adopted, either by Kris Jenner or by Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. What would Armani White do?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, it gotta be Kris Jenner. Me and A$AP Rocky too close in age for me to have to call him like dad. That'd be some weird shit. It'd be Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner make a star out of you too, what?
You get to build a statue in Philly to honor who or whatever you feel like deserves more love from the city. What would Armani White do?
Damn. Yo, they need a Poppy store statue. Like, you don't know what a Poppy store is. It's like a corner store in Philly, but it's usually like always like ran by like some Puerto Ricans or something like that, like Mexicans. If they had like a statue that just was like, you know what I mean, like the little house, it just said like Rodriguez on it or some shit like that, like that'd be a monument. We go stand up in front of that for sure. I'm about to build that.
Thanks for being here. I hope you had fun. Some last words to your fans?
Listen, it's Big Blanco, the biggest Blanco, Armani White, the biggest Armani White. Man, I hope y'all enjoying your show because I'm having the time of my fucking life, you know what I mean?